Let me ask you a question that will linger in your mind long after this moment has passed. What distinguishes those who merely exist from those who truly live? Those who drift along from those who rise up? Those who observe from those who conquer? Remember this question, think about it, because by the end of this journey, you will not only know the answer, but you will feel it in your soul. Imagine for a moment that the world is a huge chessboard. Every day, millions of people move their pieces, some purposefully, some hesitantly, and most without any plan. Most people are carried away by circumstances, their movements dictated by fear, habit, and the invisible hands of others' expectation. But there are just a few people who see the board differently. They see patterns where others see chaos. They see opportunities where others see obstacles. They play the long game not because they are lucky, not because they were born with some secret gift, but because they have learned to master the one thing that changes everything, the power of their mind. It all starts with a thought. Every empire, every invention, every revolution, internal or external, begins with a single fragile idea. The world you see around you is nothing more than the crystallization of thoughts, dreams, and beliefs that once lived only in the minds of those who were brave enough to imagine them. The chair you sit on, the device in your hand, the city skyline, all of these things were once invisible, mere whispers in someone's mind. And yet most people never realize that their own thoughts are the architects of their destiny. They allow their minds to wander unattended, like a garden abandoned and overgrown with weeds of doubt and fear. But you, if you choose, can become the master gardener of your mind. You can consciously choose your thoughts, sow the seeds of greatness, and pull out the roots of mediocrity. It is not a matter of desire or empty affirmations. It is a discipline of clarity of mind, a relentless pursuit of truth within yourself. It is the courage to ask, what do I really think about myself, about the world, about what is possible? Belief is the quiet engine that drives every action, every decision, every outcome. If you believe you are destined to fail, you will find 1,000 reasons to prove yourself right. If you believe you are worthy of greatness, you will find 1,000 ways to rise. The world reflects the image you have of yourself. It's not magic, it's the law of cause and effect, the invisible hand that shapes your reality. Most people never question their beliefs. They inherit them from their parents, teachers, society, and never stop to think whether those beliefs are helping or hindering them. But you are not like most people. You are here listening, searching, craving something more. And that craving is the first sign of awakening. It is the spark that can ignite a fire within you, a fire that will burn away the lies you have been told about your limitations, your worth, your potential. The truth is that you are capable of so much more than you could ever imagine. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is the story you tell yourself about what is possible. The next step is clarity. Without clarity, even the strongest conviction is like a ship without a compass. It drifts, lost at the mercy of the winds. Clarity is the light that cuts through the fog of delusion, the lens that focuses your vision. What do you want? Not what others want for you, not what you think you should want, but what your soul truly craves. Most people never ask themselves this question. They live quiet lives in despair, chasing other people's goals, climbing a ladder that leads nowhere. But you, if you dare, can step off the treadmill of conformity and ask yourself the hard questions. What do I value? What makes me feel alive? What am I willing to fight for, to sacrifice, to devote my life to? Clarity is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice, a constant refinement of your vision. It is a willingness to say no to the good in order to say yes to the great. It is a discipline that allows you to focus on what is most important, to cut out all distractions, noise, and the opinions of others. Vision is the bridge between thought and reality. It is the ability to see with your mind's eye a future that does not yet exist. Every great achievement begins with a vision, a picture painted on the canvas of the imagination. Vision is not fantasy, it is a plan of action. It is a map that guides you through storms, an anchor that holds you in place when the world tries to knock you off course. Most people live without vision. They react to life rather than create it. They are like leaves in the wind, carried here and there by circumstances. But you can be different. You can become the architect of your own destiny. You can have a vision so clear and compelling that it will pull you forward, even when the road is difficult, even when the world doubts you, even when you doubt yourself. Vision is not a prediction of the future. It is the creation of the future. One thought, one belief, one action at a time. A goal is the fuel that feeds your vision. It is the reason behind the dream, the why that gives meaning to the what. Without a goal, even the greatest vision will wither and die. A goal is not something you find. It is something you create, something you choose. It is a decision to live for something greater than yourself, to use your gifts for an important cause. A goal is the antidote to apathy, the cure for the emptiness that haunts so many people. When you live with a goal, every day becomes an opportunity, every challenge a lesson, every failure a stepping stone to success. A goal gives you the strength to keep going when others give up, the courage to stand alone when others follow the crowd. It is an invisible force that turns ordinary people into legends, suffering into strength, and life into something worthwhile. Discipline is the bridge between goal and achievement. It is the daily practice of doing what is necessary, even when you don't want to, even when no one is watching, even when the world offers you 1,000 reasons to give up. Discipline is not punishment, it is freedom. It is the freedom to choose your future, to shape your destiny, to become who you are meant to be. Most people are slaves to their impulses, prisoners of their moods, victims of circumstances. But you can become the master of yourself. You can train your mind, body, and spirit to obey your higher intentions. Discipline is not the pursuit of perfection. It is the pursuit of progress. It is the willingness to show up day after day, do your work, pay the price, and earn the right to call yourself a creator, a leader, a champion. Discipline is the quiet force that separates dreamers from doers, talkers from achievers, the average from the exceptional. Action is the alchemy that turns dreams into reality. Without action, even the greatest vision is nothing more than a fantasy. Action is the test of your commitment, the proof of your belief, the measure of your courage. Most people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect feeling. But perfection is an illusion, a mirage that keeps you stuck in place, paralyzed by fear and doubt. You must act not because you are sure, but because you are willing to learn. You must act not because you have all the answers, but because you are willing to find them. Action is the antidote to fear, the cure for procrastination, the secret to momentum. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Every action you take, no matter how imperfect, strengthens your confidence, your competence, your character. Gratitude is the secret ingredient that turns struggle into joy, scarcity into abundance, failure into wisdom. Gratitude is not a passive feeling, it is an active choice, a way of seeing the world that changes everything. Most people focus on what they lack, what they have lost, what they would like to have. They live in a state of constant dissatisfaction, always chasing something, never reaching their goals. But you can choose to see the gifts in every moment, the lessons in every challenge, the beauty in every day. Gratitude is the foundation of happiness, the source of resilience, the key to long-term success. When you are grateful, you are never poor. never empty, never alone. Gratitude opens your eyes to the abundance that surrounds you, to the opportunities that await you, to the miracles that are possible. Adaptability is the art of thriving in a world that never stands still. Change is the only constant, the only guarantee. Most people resist change, cling to the familiar, and fear the unknown. But those who achieve success are those who embrace change, who see it as an opportunity rather than a threat. Adaptability is the ability to bend without breaking, to learn without fear, to grow without limits. You can become someone who welcomes change, seeks new experiences, and learns from every failure, every defeat, every mistake. Adaptability is not giving up on your goals, but finding new ways to achieve them. It is a willingness to let go of what no longer serves you, to rethink yourself, to become a better version of yourself. Resilience is the strength to get up after you fall, to keep going when the world says stop, to believe in yourself when no one else does. Life will test you, break you, humble you. But it is in the struggle that you will discover your true strength, your true character, your true purpose. Most people give up at the first sign of difficulty, at the first taste of failure, at the first whisper of doubt. But you can become unbreakable. You can turn pain into strength, wounds into wisdom, scars into stories of triumph. Resilience is not avoiding difficulties. It is courage, dignity, and self-belief. It is refusing to let circumstances define you, the determination to write your own story, the desire to get up again and again, no matter how many times you fall. Learning is the key that unlocks all doors, the path that leads from ignorance to mastery, from mediocrity to greatness. Most people stop learning when they finish school, content to go with the flow, never asking questions, never growing, never changing. But those who achieve success are those who become lifelong learners, who seek new knowledge, new skills, new perspective. You can become a person who is always learning, always growing, always developing. Learning is not a duty, it is a privilege, a gift, a source of endless possibilities. Every day is an opportunity to become wiser, stronger, and better than you were yesterday. Every lesson you learn brings you closer to your goal, your purpose, your destiny. And now, as you stand on the threshold of your greatness, remember the question that started this journey: what separates those who merely exist from those who truly live? The answer is this: it is the willingness to take full responsibility for your mind, your beliefs, and your action. It is the courage to think for yourself, to believe in yourself, to act despite fear, to learn from every experience, to get up after every fall. This is the secret that sets you apart from 90% of people. It is the path to greatness, the path that few take, the journey of a lifetime. You have the power to create, transform, and inspire. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are the author of your own story. The world is waiting for you to rise, shine, and lead. So go forward with courage, clarity, and purpose. Let your vision guide you, your discipline sustain you, your gratitude lift you up, your adaptability empower you, your resilience strengthen you, and your learning propel you forward. The future belongs to those who are ready to conquer it, shape it, and create it. You are one of the few. You are the architect of your destiny. You are the answer to your own question. And as you step into the unknown, remember, the greatest joy in life is not in achieving your goals, but in becoming who you were always meant to be. The world is yours if you are ready to claim it.